Okay, this whole unit was about parabolas. And I gave you a study sheet. It was purple. And you need to know everything on this purple sheet, which will help you with your test tomorrow. Okay, girls? So if you got whatever grade you got and you're okay with your grade, you can be working on the green one, but I'm going to review it all anyway. And this is generally the equation for a parabola. That's why they call it the general form. Sometimes we're given the form to us factored, which is really nice. Okay, you guys? Now, factored means it's a product. What two numbers did you multiply together to get that equation? And x minus x1 is just a number. This one. In this case, the a is 1, but that's okay. In other words, it's some number times another number. That's all it is. It's factored. Okay, and then the... I knew it was going to happen. Okay. Then the other form is... Should be okay. Oh, it's just the way it is. Okay, can you hear me? No. Let's try this. Okay. Does that work yet? Does this work now? Is this in the back? I think it is. Okay, let's try that. Then the other form, you guys, is vertex form. Okay, Max? You shouldn't have your iPad out because you don't need it.
I'm doing it for this sheet.
Well, I've got all hard copies. Okay, guys, Chris, that's vertex form, which gives you the vertex. Now, in 2 years, next year you're going to take geometry. Okay, Zach? The year after you're going to take higher algebra, and you're going to be working with parabolas again. And you're going to be looking at this vertex form, and you're going to be transforming your graphs, what you're going to be doing. Okay, so what do these look like? Parabolas. They all look the same. The difference is going to be the width. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. You know, how steep it is. And if it's upside down. Now, all you have to do to know if it's upside down is graph it with quick graph. You're not expected to know what it would look like. So I can take any parabola here. Trying to make that right there. And that's okay for a vertex. Okay, I would take any parabola, and we have different characteristics for this parabola. It's a little better. It's still not great, but that's okay. These points here, Matt and Chris, what are they called? Yes, you do. They're called the x-intercepts. Well, you should. I've been talking about it, and I'm telling you right now, so pay attention. Matt? Up here. X-intercepts, where the graph crosses the x-axis. They look like x comma, what's the y value? You got to do a little thinking, you guys. It's 0. Okay? This point here, oh, by the way, what are the x-intercepts? They're always in ordered pair form. Thomas, what's this one? What's the x value here? 5. What's the y value? 0. Zach, what's the other one? There may not be 2. There may not be any, by the way. What? -1 what? Okay, so we want them in ordered pair form. Same thing is going to go tomorrow on the test. So you have today and tomorrow, because you know the test won't take you the whole time, to make your corrections and get your homework caught up. Now, this point right here is called the y-intercept. What's the y coordinate, Chris? About. What do you think? There's -1, there's -2. -1 and a half, 1.5. Oh, but I put that in the wrong place, didn't I? What's the x value? Okay, does everybody get that? Okay, so you get that? The x value is 0. This is -1.5. Okay, and DeMonte can help me with what's the vertex? This is the vertex, the lowest point or the highest point? Well, the x value is what? 2, and the y value is? -3. And that's what you have to know. So maybe we should look at the yellow sheet, because this is what looks like the test. Rather than going over the test, I want you to make corrections. Okay, so we didn't give you a picture here, but there is the form. It really would have looked nicer if they had written y equals x plus 2, x minus 7. I want the x-intercepts. Well, y is 0 there. How do you get 0 when you multiply two numbers, Zach? What has to be true? I'm thinking of a number, and I'm going to multiply 3 times that number, and I'm going to get 0. What number am I thinking of? Yeah. So what has to be true to make this product 0? Either the x plus 2 number has to be 0, or the x minus 7 number has to be 0. Well, you really should write this, because sometimes you get messed up with your signs. Yes, it's an opposite. So x equals -2. Or x equals 7. Okay? Okay, Max? But what happens on number 5? No. It says y equals 3x minus 2, x plus 1. If you had done this assignment and understood this, when you ran into the problem similar to this, you should know how to do it. Okay, Max? What's true about this one? Max? What has to be true here? I know I can figure out the one intercept by looking at it, but the other one might be trickier. On your yellow sheet. Okay, what's true? 3x minus 2 is 0. Or x plus 1 is 0. How do you, this one's easy. Colin, what's this one? X equals -1. How do you do the other one? We have to add 2 to both sides. You are solving, and you guys all got 75% or better on that equation unit, so you should know how to do this. So 3x equals what? Nick? Peter? 3x equals 2. Then what do? Divide by what? 3. So x equals 2/3, 0, or -1, 0. That's the first step. I gave you steps. Factor it. Guess what, Max? This was factored. Could have given it to you not factored. Then the next questions ask for the axis of symmetry. Okay, Luke, do you remember how to find the axis of symmetry? Let's look at number 7. These are the x-intercepts, and there were some typos on here. So that's unfortunate. But I pointed them out. They need to make corrections. Okay, Max? How do you find the axis of symmetry? Chris, how do you find it? Let's graph this. 2, 0, 6, 0. There's my parabola. What's true about the axis of symmetry? It's exactly halfway. So if this is 2 and this is 6, my picture's not great. You make it a little bit bigger, better. What's halfway between 2 and 6? If you can just tell me, that's great. If you can't tell me, then what do? Matt, how do you find the axis of symmetry if they're not nice numbers? What if you have 32, 0 and -15, 0? Then what do? This is 4. What's 4? What's the equation of the line? Okay, guys, I'm going through this because some of you didn't do very well. And you know what? It's going to come back again tomorrow. So it's not going away until next week. But it still goes into your grade. Okay? What about here? What are you going to do here? Okay, girls, what are you going to do here to find the axis of symmetry? Not nice numbers. You're going to add them up
And divide by 2.
and divide by 2. Because if I can't just guess what it is, because I know what's halfway between 2 and 6, that's pretty easy. And then, you guys, you're forgetting to write the equation. Okay, Nicole? Matt? So you need to find the axis of symmetry. Then, so what you do is you factor first, but in the first ones they were factored. Then you use zero product property to find the x-intercepts. Then you find the axis of symmetry. I know there's a lot of steps here. To do that, you average the x-intercepts. I didn't give you that. That I wanted you to know. And last, to find the vertex, it's easy. Just substitute x equals your axis of symmetry into your equation. And then give me an ordered pair. Higher algebra is going to be a lot tougher than this. Okay, you guys, when you know that x is a value here, whatever value is, in this case it's x equal to 4, I want to find the y value that goes with it. That's what I'm doing. The way I want to do that is to put it in the equation. I don't have the equation on this one. So let's do one that has an equation. Let's do number 10 on the yellow sheet, because that bothered a number of you. Y equals x times x minus 6 plus their answer for the axis of symmetry is wrong. So that's a problem. So let's find where are the x-intercepts? Some of you had problems with this on the test. Either x equals 0 or x minus 6 equals 0. A lot of you made up a lot of stuff for the 0. Okay, Nick? So if x is 0, x minus 6 equals 0, that's just 0. That's too easy. X equals 0 or x equals what? Nicole, what's x equal to here? 6. Not negative 6. Doesn't work. You always know if it works. What are the ordered pairs then? Zach, what are the ordered pairs? What's the ordered pair for x equal to 0? What's the y value? Nope. The y value. X-intercepts. Draw the picture. It's the y-coordinate on the x-axis, which is 0. This is 6, 0. Okay, that's one problem, knowing that. Okay, now where's the axis of symmetry? What do you do with the x equals 0 and the x equals 6? You add them up and divide by 2, and that's my x value. So if I write it as an equation, it's right. Emily, if you throw it in with something else and make things that are not equal, I'll mark it wrong. So x equals what? What is that, Abby? So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So there was a little typo on the worksheet. It was 3. Now, how do you find the vertex? What do you do with this 3? Matt, what do I do with the 3? I want to find the y value. Just put it right in there and right in there. So it's x is 3. What's the y coordinate? This is 3, and what's 3 minus 6? Chris, what is that? You don't know what 3 minus 6 is? Yes, you do. Yeah, it's negative 3, what's that end up giving me? What kind of 9? No, positive 3, negative 3 is a negative 9. Makes a difference in the bank if it's positive or negative. Family? And that's all there is. Now, what if you have to factor? Should we try one more where we actually have to factor it? And if you gave me a worksheet with just the answers of the vertex and there's no work to it, there's no way I can do it in my head. So let's look at 17 because it looks harder than 16. Y equals x squared minus 6x minus 55. What form is that? Max? Rusman, what form is that? General form. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to factor this. Max, I'm going through this because, and Emily, pay attention because I don't know what you did on your test. It's the x game. This is negative 6. This is negative 55. Okay, Matt, what do numbers multiply to give me 55?
5 and 11.
1 times 55 and 5 times 11. I want a negative 6. Good, we got that down. So this is x plus 5, x minus 11. Great. Okay, Emily, where are the intercepts? X-intercepts. That's the first thing we do. We find the x-intercepts. So 0 equals x plus 5, because that's what's true about an x-intercept. Good, what's x? What values make that true? I'm solving. Okay, so if you don't know, you definitely need to pay attention. X plus 5 is 0, or x minus 11 is 0. So what's this one make? Zach, what's this going to give us? Chris? What's this? This is going to get negative 5. Sorry to interrupt your conversation. My mistake.
Wait, I know this one. Does that count?
What's this one? 11. Good. Now you've got the intercepts. How do you find the axis of symmetry? Right. So how do you find it? You add these up. By the way, this is negative 5, 0. This is 11, 0. And you add them up, and you divide by 2, and that's the x-coordinate. You can't make it any easier than this. What is that? That's 6 over 2, isn't it? So x equals 3. I would accept that as an answer. It's nicer if you wrote x equals 3. And then, Matt, how do we find the vertex? If x is 3, what do I do with the 3? I need to find what? The vertex. Luke, what do I have to do to find the vertex? 8 and 5, what? Oh, they're the max. No. You guys? Shh. Guys, Roseman, put that away, please. Okay, guys. Shh. Everybody has to do something like that. Okay, guys. X equals 3. Okay, guys. Emily, how do you find the y coordinate? But I don't have the graph. But I have this. Now, do you want to put the 3 in this equation or this one? Okay, guys, where do you want to put the 3? First equation or second? It really doesn't matter. Luke, we're going to put the 3 in. Put your phone away, please. We're going to put the 3 in. How about if we put it right there? Okay, so Matt, what do I get? If I put 3 in here, what's 3 plus 5? And if I put 3 in here, what's 3 minus 11? What kind of 8? Negative 8. What's the y coordinate? What's 8 times negative 8? Just do what it says. 64. So the ordered pair is 3, negative 64. So for corrections, you must correct your test. You must go back and correct the yellow sheet and the green sheet if they're not right, because you're not going to do well on this. Your best bet is to get that stuff done by tomorrow, because you're going to have the test, which is going to look like this other green sheet. You have a communications test tomorrow. It looks like the green sheet that I just gave you. Yes. But I just reviewed everything. And then Wednesday is a day for retakes, if you need a retake. If you don't need a retake, no problem. Then you have a free day.
So will you just add the points off of mine? Since I didn't-
I'll add on to whatever you had. Can only go up. Yes.